Okay, so we go back to that, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to lose my work. Lower page. By the way, what's the best way for you to send me? I still have these other tabs open with the links because it's in your Google, it's in your Notion. So that's why I don't want to close them. Like how to blah blah blah. If I close them, how do I get them back?
Why don't you? So do it right now. Actually, go to your Notion.
Mine.
Yeah, your Notion, and then just add them there and like create a page. Um, create a page on your Notion and say links for this links, or maybe just create a page and say links, and then put the description of the links. That's how I do on mine. I have them saved like somewhere.
Okay. Is you there?
Yeah.
I'm done. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, okay. So let's go to the next property. 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 Property.
Oh, we still have this one. It's fine. Why we change it?
I think we're done with that one. We're gonna look the pictures, right? Yeah, on Redfin.
Which we
That was
did.
it. Yeah, that's it. I mean, so that means that the pictures are not so good, to be honest. If you compare it with those pictures and compare with your property, look at your property. Let's see. Maybe they're the same. I mean, I don't know. I felt like our property was much better. I know it's same. A little bit better. You see chrome, chrome, chrome stuff. Chrome, what do they call? Pipes. But yeah. So okay, so that one's updated.
Updated
Good.
definitely.
Comps, comps. Okay. So go then first step. Doom. We only have one property, so let's see
Only
three
a one.
two, 3 2. See if it's updated. The one property, is it updated or is it regular?
Looks regular. Yep.
Regular? I don't see it. It's stuck. The screen is stuck. And you're stuck to
Regular.
regular. Okay, so we don't have that one. I guess we gotta start learning about adjusting. I mean, it's gonna be tough without adjusting. I guess now you know the formula,
I
but
feel like
you need some more.
I feel like if you adjust on maybe like
Hmm.
one, two, like 2, 3 times, maybe I might get a grip of it because one time it's tough
Okay.
because like the adjustments are changing per property. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's not
Okay.
like
Let's
you're
do
not
that.
making the same adjustment.
Let's go to the next one and do adjustment, or maybe the same one we do adjustment, whichever you choose. Oh, this one doesn't have 0, but go to the next one because I don't use the adjustment for more than half a mile, more than a quarter mile.
Okay.
So let's go to the next one.
Okay, this one is updated.
Okay, let's do comps.
Chrome.
There's only
Only
one
two
comp.
comps. I won't use this one.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Updated.
Mhm.
Okay, that's comps.
Okay,
Let's
so
see distance. Yeah, it has enough comps.
okay, distance. Yeah, screen is frozen. So I'm gonna go until 2.7. So I see I have 3.2, 3.2, the highest 3.2. So maybe can you go settings,
Okay.
and then just put the distance 0.27. That way it's easy to see by the eye. 0.27 on the right side. Put 27.
0 point.
I have 127. I don't want to keep it.
Okay.
Okay. So now you're still gonna, but since so now I have 3.2. So I'm gonna look at all the 3.2 first, and I have actually a lot of 3.2.
Actually, they're all three. They're all 3.2s except these two.
Yeah. So the highest on those I have is what's the highest? 270, 270, 270,
263.
274. You're missing two.
Wait. Oh, I see.
Okay, so let's check 274 pictures and see, because that's the first thing I would do. I would skip that. Unless go to, maybe you might find some pictures online on Zillow, but I'd skip that if otherwise. So Realtor, go to Realtor straight, just so that you don't waste time. If you find Realtor, use Realtor instead. Okay, there we go. Perfect house. Okay. I think this is updated. This looks a good one.
Yeah, it looks neat.
Yeah. So that's fine until we know that's.
Yeah, definitely updated.
All right. So now I know that 375, whatever the price per square foot, that's probably what I would use. But another thing I want to see is I want to see if that is also the latest. So this is the last thing I want to do. You want to see if that's like the latest. If those, maybe if this was 1 year ago, I wouldn't use that. So I want to see if this is the latest. Is there anything?
No, there are a couple of them that sold in that period in February.
Okay, so it looks like that's the accurate measure of it, right?
Okay.
Now, what I want to do is see why this one sell for 270 and the other one sold for a different timeline. That's also another thing I want to check. Like, why the difference? Does that make sense? If the difference is not too much, also another thing, not only am I comparing price per square foot, I'm going to compare the actual price. Does that make sense? Like the actual price at that point, because honestly, like the actual price, actually the highest was 357. Yeah. So the second highest was 340, and I would check 340 and see the pictures and see if was it bad? Was it because of something? Like why was it less than this one? It might be just a buyer decided, or maybe they listed it, like, because it's all about the listing price. Okay, this is not as good as that one. I already showed the several pictures, but interior might give me a different. Yeah, this is not as good as the one. I'll guess maybe that's why, but that would make sense.
And the other one. There's another 340. Where is it?
There's 350 right there, 0.15 meter. No, not that one on top. Bro, that's the first one we did. You have you forget a lot, or maybe it's confusing.
Here you go. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's not as good. That's not good, but let's see. Pictures scroll.
It's actually good.
That is? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's good. It's good, but like it's a flip for sure. And they tried, but I don't like they tried, but the other guy was probably much smart, much. Is a He was a designer for sure.
Better.
Yeah. And also this one has a pool. Another thing that you see the pool behind the glass. So that's another
Yeah,
thing.
I see it in the backyard.
Yeah. So maybe that altered the value a little bit.
Okay.
X. Okay, so I know that our value is around. I would take the ARV to be that much. So ARV is not that bad. So go, bro. Your computer is so stuck that sometimes maybe you're already doing something, and I'm telling you to do it
No,
again.
no, no, not change.
Okay. So just use that to find the ARV. 274 4 times 14 times whatever. Then that's our ARV. Produce.
So which one are we gonna use?
Well, bro, the highest. We had the highest.
274. Yeah, I'm trying to calculate.
Okay. And also sometimes if you wanna be like good, you can also do like average of the like the ones that are fully updated, that are sold in latest. But just use 274. Make it easy for now, because we're trying to just learn for now. So just 274. How much did you get?
373.
Okay. So then I'll add 10% or maybe 15, but it's gonna be a little bit high. But I think that's how much they said before.
But how do you know 10% of 15? It's because you're looking at this number.
No,
You're looking at this number. How are you?
no. So
determining
every time I get an ARV, right? So for example, I get an ARV. This is how much the house should sell, right? A realtor is gonna list it higher, if that makes sense.
Okay.
How much higher? I think it's now I don't remember. I think it's 10%. I think it's probably less than, but I think 10% is probably the highest. I think 15. I'm going too far. I think 10%. They're gonna list it at a number higher. That way they have a negotiation room. Does that make sense? Like you're not gonna list it exactly at the price that you want. That's why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like this was expected to sell at 370, but they're gonna start somewhere higher, which will be at 429. And no, let's say 10%, 410. So I would say they started at 410 and then they ended up at 3. They were supposed to end at 370, but they got lucky and getting at 380. That's probably the case. And also another thing, don't forget that you always want to look at the latest comp. So don't take a comp that is don't use a comp that is older. And that's pretty much it, man. And make sure that when you're comparing your comps, also check, like this is not too much, but also check the garage, the level, and the pools, if there's any pool and whatever. But this is just, it's already similar. And the year is another important thing. Like if it's 20 years, it's not gonna work unless it's like 10 years or 15 years.
No, there's like 4. Yeah, like 4 years.
Yeah, so it's cool. So I'd say 370. So I'm gonna say 10%, 410. So it's gonna, they started at 410, they ended up at 380. Let's see if we're correct.
Okay, so
Just click public records.
Where
Same
was
way,
that?
same way are comparable. Alright, never mind. It's gonna take you there. Yeah, you're already there. So then property history. Property history. And if I'm wrong, I would always wanna see. Okay, so we are wrong, but not too much. So started at 400.
Okay.
Yeah, started at 400 and then they end up at 380. And the reason they didn't go above 400 is because probably there's no other property that was sold for 400. Just check if there's any other property. If there was gonna be any other property sold for 400, they'll probably, that's why they're in 399.9, because there's no.
Nope.
Yeah. So that's it, man. Let's go to the next. You're a pro now. You're a pro already.
This guy.
got, that's fine.
Okay, just updated.
So I'm just gonna sit in the background if you need it done, let me know how I'll double check.
0.25. Okay, right there, 0.2. Okay, bro. So me, I think they listed at 345,
Mm-hmm.
and they sold at 340.
Okay. 345 and solid at 340?
Yeah,
Oh man, you must have checked the numbers, huh?
I swear I didn't. So what I did is,
How comes
they sold.
345 and then they sold it at 340? But that's not even
Yeah,
10%.
because what I did is, I did the distance.
Uh-huh.
I found the highest. I saw the pictures. The pictures matched. It's also updated. And
Okay.
then it sold at 300. Then I added 15% for the real good thing. So it got me 45. So 345.
Wait,
And
wait, wait,
even when I
wait, wait,
look at
wait,
the
wait a minute, wait a minute. So you repeat that again. You you went the distance, okay? The distance I see there's a lot. There's nothing more on the bottom.
oh, there is.
Scroll down.
Um,
You gotta go until 0.25, right? So you have until
yeah,
that part, and then you gotta look for three. Is it 3.2? What is it? What is this?
3-2, 3-2, 3-2,
Okay, so 3.2. The highest is 240.
240. Yeah,
Okay,
242. The one I used. This one.
okay, and is that the recent one? No, that's 6 months ago. So I wouldn't use that. I would use another one
So,
because the time. Again, time is really key.
this one again is.
Okay, so maybe at that point I would instead of distance I would minimize my distance. So go into distance, and then go into settings, and then settings put distance like maybe 0.3 maximum
I
or 0.
put 0.
Oh, you already
I
put that.
put
Okay.
0.2.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
So then what I would do is I would save, and then I would organize it by latest sold, meaning the most recent sold. The other way. Okay. So then now I would look which is the highest that was recently sold.
Oh, bro, 173.
Okay, check 173 and see what is it updated or was it not? How comes you put 0.8? You didn't save because this is 0.3. How comes it's 0.3 and 0.8? This is
Zero.
you probably didn't save on the settings. You didn't
Okay.
click save. You did?
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay, never mind then. All right, so let's see the 0.3. Go look at it. Open it. I mean, is it updated? Even though I wouldn't use this because it's above 0.3, but I'll just see.
No.
Okay, I mean, it's updated, but not really good. But again, this is above 0.3, so I wouldn't use it. Also, it's not in comparison to update. Like, it's not. It's a good, not a good flip. So let's see if we can find another thing else. Bro, what are you doing? Oh, sorry. I was looking for sorry. I was looking for a different number. So 197 is another one there. So I could use 197. Oh man, there's nothing sold recently. So that's another tough thing. Okay, so they're almost like November, December. So maybe 240. You can use the 240. So I wouldn't use I would much rather use this two than use the other one. This two and adjust than use the other one. Because that's like, you're still going farther. I mean, it's still the same thing. It's not too much of a difference. But it looks like this two at the 240 is probably one of them. So I would use 240 and then maybe add it. Like adjust the bathroom. So what I would do, I would take that one, which is, how much did it sell? 300. I would minus the one bathroom, which is 20K. So I'm going to be at 280. And then, are you with me, Philip? Bro, you're not here. Your computer is frozen. Your computer is frozen. Didn't you just do this one?
No.
This is a different one?
It was the one before. Yeah, it was the one before. The other one was 460. This is 360.
Oh, okay. So there I already see there's only two properties, so 420.
Two properties.
All right.
You want to stick with it?
Yeah, you can stick with it. We'll do adjustment. You'll grow into it. So I already see there is two properties. I see both of them are 260 per square foot, so I'm gonna assume that the 260 per square foot is pretty reasonable. And I'll take 260. Let's see the other one. Okay, is there anything different? The time is sold. There's also the time. Wait. Okay, so the time is sold. This one was sold older. This one. So I'm gonna look at one that was sold around the same time. So you see, ours were actually sold on October, but the one that we're seeing was sold recently. So I'm gonna use anything there. So I'll use the other one 824. There's one at 824 and 924. So I'm gonna. Are you there, Philip? I feel like I don't see your face, so I'm not sure if you're here or not.
Yeah, I'm right here. There are two of them. Where do you see 824? Because there are only these two, and there's no 824. This one was sold after. This one was sold before.
Yeah, so I'm gonna, since there is nothing, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go above the 0.25. So I'm gonna look another one and just adjust, because we don't have comps, right? Where are we gonna get other comps? We're not gonna get another comps, and I don't wanna use all the comps. I mean, I can use the 5.
Bro. 824 coming from.
Okay. 824 is the month. I'm looking at the month. I'm not talking about.
Ah, okay. You mean okay? Got it.
Yeah.
You mean the third one? Okay, got it.
Yeah. So I'm going to go on the one that sold for August and the one that sold for September. So those are the closest ones to my property.
Okay.
So I'll use those and then just adjust, because they're a little bit far, but I don't have anything else. So if I go to 260, the other is that 266 on August?
268.
Okay. Can you check the pictures of? Did we check the primary pictures?
Yeah, they're good.
Okay. Check down August
You wanna see them?
yeah, I want to see August and the other one too.
I mean, it's good, but the cameraman was bad.
Man, I don't see your computer is just getting stuck. I don't know if it's the internet, if it's Friday.
Why is it getting stuck, man?
Okay, that's good. That's excellent. Yeah, it's good. It's staged as well.
It's good. Just bad cameraman.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so close down. And then the other one too.
And the next one was this one.
Man, the only thing is that I hate when I see the number, because I'm trying to justify, but I can do it without. Okay, that's bad. I don't know.
But it's hard because if there's any way to hide it,
Yeah.
there's no way.
There's no way. So.
Yeah,
Alright.
this one is good.
Yeah, it's not as good as the other one. Maybe because the other one is staged too, but this time you're gonna even see that the price difference is gonna be. This one is okay. Yeah, you see 268. This one is 241. I would say this one, like if they staged it, they would have probably get like 250. So I'm gonna assume the best thing I can do, I can just take an average and use 250 as my price per square foot. But I'm gonna use a different way. So let's see. 4.2, so I'm just going to use 4.2. I'm going to use the normal because I don't want to go too many adjustments. It's going to be confusing. 12.59, so everything is good. D50, D54 days. So I would say 260 and 250, maybe 250, 240 because of the bedroom. So if you add one more bedroom, it's probably going to come back to 260. Are we together, Phil? Because
Okay, but why two? Because why two? You're saying if you add one more bedroom, they come down to 260 from 240, right?
Yeah.
But regardless, this property was not really that much updated. Even the same staging, like the updates, because look at our principal property. Like, let me show you it. Maybe you didn't see that. That's why you're kind of okay with that. But look at this. Like, there's a huge difference. You see that?
I mean, yeah. So if our property can probably sell like 257, 260 per square foot. If you compare the three, so that one was 240, which was not good. But if they staged it, it would have gone 250. I would say ours maybe 255 ish, 257. You can even again
I
this.
think 260. I think this 260 is fair. You know why? Because if you look at this other property, where is it at? Here. It's actually good. Just a bad cameraman. Like it's actually seemed like similar to our property. Just a bad cameraman.
No, we cannot use that one. That's the
Look at
new.
that.
That's the new property. That's not. That's sold after our property sold. So it's not. We cannot use that one. That's why I'm not using that one. That's into the future. Do you get my point? I feel like I lost you.
No. How is it after our property? It sold before our property. Look, this is August.
Okay.
Ours sold in October. August.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. My bad. I thought that. Wait, what am I missing? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I thought you meant 268 for the other one because there's 268. I thought you were referring to 268 on the other one.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's the one we can use. Yeah, we can definitely use 268. But another thing is that 268, I believe it's not gonna give you anything because. Anyways, let's use that one. So let's just stick to the rules and let's see what happens. 268, 1956, the age is fine. This stayed for like 54 days, not so bad. It's almost a hot market. So 1 to 2 months is hot market, 2 to 3 months is normal market, and then so we are less than 2 months, less than 60 days. So we're good. And the distance is the only thing that bothers me. So I'll check first so go to the map and see if it's crossing any major thing.
How do I do that?
There's a map on top of the comps. Actually, let me zoom this there. I'm not seeing it.
Okay. That was wait.
When you click it, it's gonna highlight it. So when you click the one,
yeah,
the one that's highlighted. Yeah, and then you see you are crossing a major Seminole Boulevard. So I would want to stay on the other side. But I'm guessing this one here, 395. I'm guessing is probably the one that is sold later. So I would rather use the 360 one that's at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is
that's not really far, no?
Yeah.
What about this 395? Yeah, this 395 is the initial one. Okay.
Yeah, I guess at that point. What about 330? What is 330? When was 330 sold?
About 330, around the same time, August.
Okay, I can use that one. So I'll just wait. Where is it? August? You're wrong, bro. That's January.
Oh, I'm using the different UK system. Yeah, that's January, right? That's January. Too far off.
Okay, so I'll just use what I have. I guess you can just use the distance one, and then I'll make sure I have a lot of justification comps. So I'll first use, if I don't have a lot, so I'll just check an average. So I'll first start with that one. Anything that was, so maybe now I just organize it by date, so that I can just adjust anything that I have. So organize it by sold date. And then what I'll do, since now it's a little bit confusing. Why? Again, because I've seen the value, but also because it's a little bit far. So I'll just use all of them. I'll use everything except the 01. So I'll use all these three comps and just adjust them. So if I adjust the first one, the 26 that sold for that, can you see the pictures? Just pictures and tell me if it's updated the first time. If not, I'll move to the next one. It doesn't look, no, it's not. Okay, sorry. Well, I'll skip that one. I'll go to the next one. And then.
Next one is that's the one we're looking at.
Okay, so then I'll see if I can. There's anything I need to adjust. For 2. So this is perfect. Bro, don't open it. Time. We already know how it looks like. I need the numbers. When you open and close, it's.
Okay.
I was about to do the calculation. That's why. So that's 268. And then the next two. Is there anything else that is off? So the only thing is that these things are almost half a mile far, so that's the only issue. But we don't have anything else, so I'll adjust the other one too. The other one too, if I add a bedroom there, 380 divided by, bro, don't open it, bro. I'm doing calculations, so when you open it, it's just,
Okay.
yeah. So 380, thank you, 492, so 254, 254 times 15, sorry, 254 times 15, 42, 1540, so 1540 is going to give me 390. So 390 is for the first one, and then the second one is going to be 393 and 268 times 1540. So 393. So 400. So 400 is supposed to be sent adding 10%, 440. So according to what everything is supposed to be listed at 440 and sell for 400. But now here's a challenge, because that again, this property sold during the interest rates time, so it's kind of, that's the issue that probably gonna have. But I'm guessing 400, 440, 400. But I don't see any property that was sold for 400. So I'm gonna say it was listed by at 3. No, I'll say the highest that was listed at during that time. What was the highest listed? 360, 370. Yeah, I don't see anything.
395. 395.
No, 395 was listed after. Our property sold at October. So 390 was the highest that was ever listed, right? So I'm gonna guess they listed it for 410-ish, because I have my value. I don't know if you, I think I left you on my value. Do you know how I got 400 or no?
No.
Okay.
You just said you're doing some calculation.
Okay, so what I was doing on calculation is that I was taking this, adjusting the bedroom here on the first because it's not 4.2, and then I used the price per square foot. Then I found the value. Then I used the price per square foot for the other one that was the same bed and bath. Then I found the value, and then I did the average of the two values. That's how I got my 400.
So you used the first one.
The first one we didn't use, bro. You
Right.
you did, bro. The first one we checked the pictures. We saw that it was not updated.
Okay.
Are we together, first of all?
Well, you're speaking fast, Joe.
Okay,
You're
sorry.
That's why I'm saying
Sorry.
you need to repeat yourself, because I don't want to miss it. Like,
All right, cool. Sorry. So the first one is we're not gonna use the first one because we checked the pictures, and it was a not updated house. It was an old house. So we're gonna only use the second and the third, and we're not gonna use anything else because everything else is after October. It's after October. Our property sold in October, so everything else is after October.
Okay.
So we're not gonna use everything else. So we're gonna use only the 3. But the first one we're not gonna use because it's not updated. So we're gonna use the second and the third. If you take the second,
Okay.
price per square foot, we find the price of it is going to be, we don't need to adjust the second one because it's the same bed and bath. So we're going to say 268 times 1540, we'll get 412. Are we together? 412.
Okay.
Write down 412. Write down, make sure you write down 412. And then I'm going to go in the second one. I'm going to adjust the bed because it's one bed more or less. Everything else looks similar. Yeah, everything else looks similar. And also another thing that I wouldn't use the first one. Maybe I would still use it, but the age difference is also like all are 1956-ish. The first one is a little bit 67, but it's not too much of a big deal, except for the last one is 77. That would be a big deal. But anyways, that's just off topic. But now just adjust the 3-2 that we were doing, like second and third. The second is 4-2, so no need to adjust. The third is 3-2, so I need to adjust, add a bedroom. So I'll take 360 plus 20, that will be 380. And then I'll divide by square footage to 1492 to get price per square foot, which will give me 1492, which will give me 255, and then 255 I times it by our property square foot, which is 1540, to get the value, which is 1540 is going to be 392. So I have 392, and what is
392
and
392 and 413.
yeah, and then how much do you get as an average?
So you're adding those two and dividing.
What do you get?
Wait.
405. Okay, so 405. I got 403, but it's fine. 403. So I'm gonna guess that the value they were supposed to sell it was 403, but they listed it at 10%, so it's supposed to be 440, right?
443. Yeah, 443 then.
443. But here, when I look at, if we list it at 443, it's very far from anything that's sold. So that's why I'm gonna take like an average of 443 plus the very highest sold property. Are we together, or did I leave you behind?
443 plus 395.
No, but you're not gonna use 395 because at the time you gotta think as a real estate agent. At the time that real estate agent was listing that property, 395 was not available.
So 390 then.
Yeah, 390. So then I see so 415. So I'm gonna guess they listed it at 415, and they wanted to sell it at, like, they already knew that was a bad deal, but they listed it at 415, and then it sold at 360. But they wanted to sell at 400, but there was no way. That's my analysis. Let's see.
Listing at 375.
Oh, very off. Wait, go down.
Yeah. No, that was another year.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of years. Go to the, when did they reached the 375, then they changed it, so the same date, so that means they didn't. Bro, I don't see anything yet. Maybe on Zoom. No, this 2023.
Okay.
Wait, what is going on?
This is the end, man. They even changed it to 390. They even changed it to 383.
Go up. Okay, so no. Start with the listing. The list, yeah. There's those.
The initial listing price.
There was a lot. Why am I seeing a few here?
Bro, you see, I scrolled.
Yeah. I want to see that one. Yeah, I want to see that one. So, this is, look at the date. So this was not really 375, 359. This was not really a listing. You see, it's inactive actually. Sometimes I don't know, realtors, they can put this information and then the actual active is actually a different date. So that's also something. Like if you see the date, the change, but the date is still the same. Oh, so here you see it was active, then went under contract for 359. Then under contract 383. You see status. I think it's under contract. This is the first time I'm seeing it, but I believe it's under contract. So they listed at 350. Oh, this is nice. So you were very off. And then go to the next. Go to the next. Keep going right. Is that the idea? Okay. 383 and a contract, then it's actually sold for 360. So I think they listed at 359 and sold it at 359. Yeah, this one I was very wrong. But it happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it happened.
Okay, let's go to the next one. But whenever it happens, I want to see why was I wrong. I think I don't have time, but we can check on the next one and see what. Move to the next one. There's no pictures. Next one, please. When you
How do I change the page? I think I was on over.
okay, you can go to a different city.
Okay, try it. I didn't try this one. Yeah, we can try this.
Okay.
I know I tried it. I see the black woman. Okay, where do we go to?
Any other city is
See the
fine.
black woman.
Atlanta, Georgia. Also, put the filter and then put the properties that were sold in recently. That way, we don't have a property that's far away. Maybe a month or so.
Just so days, but 6 months. It's already like that.
No, you can change time on there.
Yeah, past 6 months is the minimum, unless you want 1 month, but it won't make
You
sense.
can change the choose. You can select choose.
Date range, okay.
Actually, go to timer and change it. Maybe it might not allow.
So,
No, no. Oh, yeah, yeah. So, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. Do it that way. That way.
okay, good. I've done 3 months now.
Yeah, cool.
Cause I'm sensing cool.
Okay, so let's do that one.
So the pro. Okay. Okay.
Bro, your internet is bad.
Yolo.
Yeah. Yeah, your internet is probably the worst right now. You wanna restart your modem?
Um, no, I think we're good. Maybe I clicked it 2 minutes. Yeah. Can you
Sure.
see?
No, like the fact that first of all, your camera has been off the whole time. I think it's because of the internet, and the screen is just frozen. It's scrolling slowly. Just letting you know.
Got it. Give me a minute.
All right. You're supposed to sell at
4.8.
408.
I listed at 4.8.
408. So it's supposed to sell at 340.
390. Where's 340 coming from?
Because usually the list price and then there's the sell. So the sell price is supposed to be 20% more than the list price, which you got 408. That means the list price is supposed to be 408, and you're supposed to sell it at 340.
Okay, so 340.
Yeah. So, but do you feel what you're like? Do you get? Do you get my point? Do you get my point first? Here's what happened.
Okay.
You're trying to justify the number. That's why, like, it's very tough when
Your
you.
number was correct. 4.8 was correct. What is it supposed to
No,
be?
it was not correct because you're supposed to do it at 15, at 10%, actually, not 15, 10%. Supposed to do 10%, not 4.
Are you sure around 15? Okay, let's go. 340.
You're supposed to do 10%.
Wine. So 34 plus 340 is 374.
Yeah. And also, an easy way to do the percentage, Philip, instead of doing like the percent and then add to it, when you take the number, you times by 1.1, that's 10%, you put times by 1.2, that's 20% added to the number. That's just a math trick.
Oh yeah? But me, I do like the number times.
That's more longer.
0.10.
That's the same thing, but it's longer. Like you have to times it and then add it. But if you just times it by 1.1, it's 10%, 1.2 is 3%, 20%.
Oh yeah?
One is like, it's like if you times by 1 is 100%. If you times it by 90, it's 0.9. So if you times by 8 is 0.8. If you times it by 7 is 0.7. Remember 70% of variable, you times it by 0.7. So if you go times it by 1.1 is 10% added to 110%.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's just a trick.
Okay, got it. I didn't know that.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So it's supposed to be same as mine. So let's see what we did wrong. Let me share my screen. So and then go over what. So we both were supposed to be a 370 and we messed up. Can you see my screen? And also you can zoom the screen. There is like on the bottom right there's a zooming button. I think you didn't see it, but I saw it when I did mine. When you go to the bottom right somewhere here, you're gonna like it's gonna be on the screen somewhere here. You're gonna see a zoom button. Somewhere on the
everyone, show everyone, meeting details.
No, not meeting detail, not that place. Like on the where you see the video, on the video screen, where you see my video.
The video screen, okay.
Yeah, bottom right of the video screen. It should be like a hover button, like you can hover it and see the zoom button. I'll send you a screenshot when I'm checking the screen.
Okay, cool.
But anyway, so why were we off? First of all, it's I think we're off because what
I see. No,
yeah. So what I'll do in this situation is, since there's only one comp, what I'll do is I'll do the latest, and then I'll try to use these comps as my reference. So this is too far. This one I can use it. 240. And another thing also, this is one thing that I can tell you, is that sometimes you do not need to, like let's say for these properties, you don't need to use the price per square foot. Like if they're not too much more than 250 square foot difference, you can just take this price and use as the value. But that gets so confusing. This is what actually really realtors they do. They don't really, like, you can adjust it again, but anyways, just use adjusting. It's gonna be much more fine. So if we adjust, we'll get 340. And now I'm gonna see if there's anything that is selling more than that. But here, if I take our property at 340, I would say they would have listed it at 370. To be honest with you, 370. I don't know why. Why that was not? Oh, there's another thing. Remember this one? Maybe the time. Just let's see if there's any. What are the actives? Okay, this is another thing. So you can check the actives. Again, we're going too far, but I'll check the actives. Because this is like 2 months ago, so I want to see like current properties. What are they listed for too? But again, this is far away. Like you're going too much into the weed. But you see, even the current properties are listed at around the same, 355. This is too far though, but they're listed around 340ish number. Not too good. Maybe our property was not good. Let's see. This property is good, man. This property is good, bro. maybe the fact that it was better flipped than the other one. I'm trying to figure out why it was.